Neo. A musical duel. The Santa Creu Theatre was the only theatre in Barcelona in the 18th century. Located at La Rambla, the theatre premiered operas by the most important European composers of the moment. It represented a gateway to Spain for musicians such as Mozart and Gluck, and at the height of the 19th century, it was where the first works of Rossini and Donizetti were performed. The opera Così tutte was performed in Barcelona for the first time on the 4th of November 1798, in celebration of the name day of King Charles IV of Spain. It was the first representation of a Mozart opera in Spain, and one of the first abroad, almost 10 years before its debut in Milan and London. According to information found in the opera booklet published in Barcelona, researchers have determined that some fragments of the original score were eliminated, and others were adapted for the occasion. Musicologists believed that these adaptations simply responded to the likes of the city at that time, but now they have discovered the real reasons behind it. Las músiques en les societats contemporànies, a research group at Universitat Autònoma de Barcelona, has located the manuscript of the first Così tutte represented in Spain. The complete score was found in the document archives of the Library of Catalonia, waiting to be catalogued. Until now, the only parts of the opera known to have survived were the opening act and a quintet, inventoried by the library in 1960 and 61. The rest of the score was thought to have perished in the fire which destroyed the theatre at the beginning of the 20th century. The adaptation had to be made because the original score arrived incomplete to Barcelona 1 month before the premiere of the opera. Some of the central fascicles were missing, and it was necessary to recreate these parts to make the opera logical and coherent. Researchers have verified that the text is from the same year as when the opera was performed in Barcelona, according to documents which were used to modify the original score, which can be seen beneath the modifications.
This manuscript has a very high importance. First of all, with the editions, we can know the exact moment when it was done. Second, these manuscripts tell us about his precedent, the theater of Vienne, when Così was staged for first time. This means that the Mozart's original probably was the model of the Barcelona version. Perhaps this manuscript is one of the 4 older copies of Così.
The manuscript, which is very well conserved, most probably originated from the musical archives of the Santa Creu Theatre, some of which was reconstructed by UAB researchers as part of the work carried out at the Library of Catalonia. Now the university's musicologists will be carrying out an in-depth study of the manuscript and comparing it to scores from Così tutte conserved in other European cities. Researchers of the Department of Art and Musicology will prepare a monograph dedicated to the Barcelona version of the opera, which will be presented at the Mozarteum University of Salzburg in the summer of 2011. The book will be the first of a collection of musicological publications by the UAB Research Group.